All right, thank you, Brittany. Theater lovers in the Duke City are probably familiar with Words of Fire, the new play festival at UNM. However, they'll soon know the festival by a new name. I headed out to the Center for the Arts to find out more about the name change and to sit down with the man behind the dramatic writing program. The University of New Mexico's dramatic writing program has received national attention for its progressive, hands-on classroom environment. The flagship of the program is the New Works Festival that produces new plays every spring. Up until this year, it's been called the Words of Fire Festival, but for 2014, it's adopted a much more meaningful moniker.
The 2014 festival has been renamed the Linnell Festival, after Jim Linnell, who taught at the university since 1975. Jim Linnell is largely responsible for the program as it is today. Along with the late comic genius Digby Wolfe, who was a staff writer on the series Laugh-In, Linnell developed the fledgling writing department into a nationally recognized institution.
Well, in I have to go in decades. 1990, Bob Hartung finally retired after a distinguished career as chairing the department and working as a faculty member here. And Bob created many of the playwriting undergraduate program structure that when he retired, we said, this is a piece of the department that, with Bob's history from as a figure that created the Hallmark Hall of Fame series, we could build a program based on his reputation and based on what this foundation he put in.
Among the many students in the program is Barney Lopez, whose new play, Simon as Sergio, has its world premiere this weekend at Theater X.
Simon as Sergio is a romantic comedy. It's about these two brothers, one who's a senior and more popular, and one who's a nerd who's obviously less popular. And the senior asks his brother to take over his Facebook profile for him and run it to help him win Prom King. And from there, the brother, Simon, the nerd brother, gets really into pretending to be his brother and meets a romantic interest in the internet world. And so great. Calamity ensues.
So this year, it's been Words of Fire for a number of years now, but now it has become the Linnell Festival. How does it feel to have your name as the moniker for this event?
Quite a surprise when I was called by my friend Gregory Moss, who is, I'm delighted to say, taking over the reins of the program, and his colleague Carolyn Prue, and telling me they were going to do this. I had no idea they were going to do this.
The Linnell Festival is the capstone of the MFA in Dramatic Writing program at UNM. It's the moment at which the students take their work to the final level. We feel like the playwrights write the script, but the production really writes the play. And it's the moment also where we invite the audience and the public and the community in to join us in helping to create the finalized work that the writer has created.
In his highly physical poetic work, The Menu, to his multimedia, multi-theatrical work, Plunda, Linnell Works steps outside the boundaries of standard teaching, always challenging his students to think outside the box and reimagine theatrical convention. One of the Duke City's most prominent theatrical artists and educators is Elsa Menendez, outreach coordinator of the National Hispanic Cultural Center and core member of Trick Clock Company.
I've known Jim for about 14 years now, and have worked with him extensively, both with the originally called the Words of Fire Festival and then on many other projects beyond that. And I'm a huge fan, basically, of Jim. You know, I think above and beyond all, he has a deep commitment to students and to education, but also to the idea of supporting new voices in art. And, you know, watching him do the last few years of the struggle to make sure that the dramatic writing program finally was in place in the department was an amazing experience. Working with him to produce the Words of Fire Festival for many years, for 6 years we worked together on that. I just really got to see this deeply committed human being who I think has always been an advocate for students, and also who works really well in terms of collaborations outside of the university.
So while the university is paying homage to Jim Linnell, you can do so by coming down and seeing the shows. Support the next generation of playwrights at the Linnell Festival. Simon and Sergio runs this weekend and next weekend at UNM's Theater X in the lower level of the Center for the Arts.